Welcome, truck enthusiasts. Today, we are diving deep into a pivotal moment in automotive history, the launch of the 7th generation Ford F-Series. Running from 1980 to 1986, this era is affectionately known as the bullnose generation. Why? Because of its distinct blunt front-end profile that looked ready to charge. This wasn't just a facelift, it was the first ground-up redesign of the F-Series since 1965. Ford faced a changing world, with rising fuel prices and stricter emissions, forcing them to rethink what a pickup could be. This generation set the blueprint for the modern truck we drive today, balancing rugged workhorse DNA with the first real steps toward passenger car comfort and efficiency. Let's explore how the 1980-1986 F-Series changed everything.
Efficiency was the name of the game in 1980. Ford engineers spent thousands of hours in the wind tunnel, a rarity for trucks back then, to create a more aerodynamic body. They smoothed out the lines and tilted the grille back slightly. But the real secret was weight reduction. Early models featured the infamous Swiss cheese frame, where holes were factory drilled into the frame rails to shave off pounds without sacrificing structural integrity. While Ford eventually moved back to a solid frame by 1982, this focus on lightness helped the 7th gen trucks achieve significantly better fuel economy than their predecessors. It was a radical approach to engineering that showed Ford was serious about surviving the energy crisis while keeping the F-Series at the top.
Under the hood, the bullnose offered something for everyone. The legendary 300 cubic inch inline-six remained the backbone of the lineup, prized for its bulletproof reliability and low-end torque. For those needing more grunt, the 302 and 351 Windsor V8s were the go-to choices. However, this era also saw the transition from the old M-block engines to the more efficient small-block Ford architecture. In 1985, Ford revolutionized the truck market by introducing electronic fuel injection to the 302 V8, marking the beginning of the end for the carburetor. This move provided better cold starts, smoother idling, and improved power delivery, proving that Ford wasn't afraid to bring high-tech solutions to the job site.
The 7th generation was a massive milestone for heavy-duty fans because it saw the introduction of the first diesel engine in an F-Series truck. In 1983, Ford partnered with International Harvester to offer the 6.9-liter IDI V8 diesel. It wasn't a powerhouse by modern standards, producing around 170 horsepower, but its fuel efficiency and longevity were game changers for those towing heavy loads. It provided a level of durability that gas engines just couldn't match at the time. This partnership laid the groundwork for the legendary Power-Stroke diesel engines that would follow in later decades. If you see a bullnose with a diesel badge today, you're looking at a pioneer of the heavy-duty segment.
Before the 1980s, trucks were mostly utilitarian tools, loud, bumpy, and basic. The 7th gen F-Series started to change that perception. The interior was completely redesigned with a car-like dashboard, better insulation, and more comfortable seating options. Ford offered various trim levels like the Custom, XL, XLS, and the top-of-the-line Lariat. The Lariat trim brought features like wood grain accents, plush carpeting, and premium cloth upholstery. This was the era where the pickup truck began its journey toward becoming a primary family vehicle. By 1984, items like power windows and power locks were becoming more common, signaling a shift in consumer expectations that continues to this day.
One of the most debated features of the 7th gen 4x4 trucks was the twin traction beam, or TTB, front suspension. Introduced in 1980, this independent front suspension system used two large swinging arms to allow each front wheel to move independently. The goal was to provide a smoother ride on-road while maintaining the ruggedness needed for off-road use. While it provided a significantly better ride than the old solid front axles, it was notoriously difficult to keep aligned if you lifted the truck. Despite the controversy among hardcore off-roaders, the TTB remained a staple of Ford 4x4s for over 15 years, proving that Ford was willing to prioritize ride quality in a market that was increasingly using trucks for daily commuting.
If you are trying to identify a bullnose at a glance, look at the hood and the grille. From 1980 to 1981, the trucks had FORD spelled out in individual letters across the leading edge of the hood. In 1982, Ford made a major branding change.
They removed the hood letters and placed the iconic blue oval emblem right in the center of the grille for the first time. This gave the truck a more modern, cohesive look. Additionally, 1982 saw the discontinuation of the F-100 in favor of the F-150 as the base model in many regions, as the F-150's higher GVWR helped it bypass certain emissions regulations. This shift cemented the F-150 as the flagship of the Ford truck line. The 1980s were a decade of dominance for Ford. Despite a tough economy early in the decade, the 7th Gen F-Series helped Ford maintain its position as the best-selling truck in America. By the mid-80s, the F-150 wasn't just the best-selling truck, it was frequently the best-selling vehicle overall. This success was due to the sheer variety of configurations. You could get a regular cab, super cab, or crew cab, with bed lengths of 6.75 or 8 feet. Whether you were a contractor needing a base model F-350 or a weekend warrior wanting a stylish XLS F-150, Ford had a bullnose for you. This versatility built a loyal customer base that has kept Ford at the top for over 45 consecutive years.
For collectors today, the Bullnose is one of the most accessible and rewarding classic trucks to own. The mechanical simplicity, especially on the inline 6 and early V8 models, makes them perfect for DIY mechanics. Parts are plentiful and relatively affordable. However, there are things to watch out for. Rust is the biggest enemy, particularly in the wheel arches and cab corners. If you're looking at a 1980 or 1981 model, inspect the Swiss cheese frame for any stress cracks. Also, the plastic interior trim can become brittle with age. But with a solid foundation, these trucks are incredibly resilient. A well-maintained bullnose can easily surpass 300,000 miles, making it a fantastic entry point into the world of vintage vehicle ownership.
The 7th generation Ford F-Series was the bridge between the utilitarian past and the high-tech future. It introduced aerodynamics, diesel power, and car-like interiors to the mainstream truck market. While the 1987 redesign would bring a more streamlined look, the 1980-1986 models remain favorites for their rugged, honest styling and transitional technology. They represent a time when trucks were still simple enough to fix in your driveway, but comfortable enough to drive across the country. Whether you're a restorer, a collector, or just someone who appreciates a good old Ford, the Bullnose generation stands as a testament to Ford's ability to innovate without losing its soul. Thanks for joining us on this look back at the redesign that changed pickup trucks forever.